Well, hello, everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health System Field in St. Mary's, Ohio. This has been Rivalry Week, a week that is much anticipated if you're a St. Mary's Roughrider and a Celina Bulldog, as the St. Mary's Roughriders and the Celina Senior Bulldogs will do battle tonight in what is evidently the season finale of this COVID-shortened season in 2020. But also, Zach, there's an extra flair in the air tonight, as not only is this is the season finale, it's rivalry week, it's also homecoming.
Joe, this is it. This is the game, the game across the battle for Grand Lake St. Mary's, the team across the lake. Lyman News did a story back in 2004. They had the entire area vote for the top rivalries, and frankly, they said it wasn't close. St. Mary's and Celina, the rivalry is known far and wide. Whether it stems from the lake being named Grand Lake St. Mary's and the alleged fables behind the one state rep swindling the other state rep, or whether it just be the proximity of the two towns and the relationships through the years of working in different towns close to you and families intermingling. Whatever it is, this is the game that both of these teams look forward to their entire careers, through 8th grade football, through freshman football, through JV, through high school football. This is the game that every team, no matter what the records are, you win this game and you feel good about your season.
Absolutely. Well, both teams come in with identical marks. They're both 3-2 on the season, so obviously these two teams match up pretty good. Some excellent talent on the side of the Celina Senior Bulldogs, and of course they are led by their outstanding quarterback and senior Cooper Jones. And I'll tell you what, he really does it all. He is 7th in the Western Buckeye League in rushing. He's averaging about 57 yards per game, 4 touchdowns on the season. And passing, he's 5th in the Western Buckeye League, completing 6 of 115 passes for 658 yards and 6 touchdowns. He's also thrown 2 interceptions. But behind him is Jackson Silliman. He's 3rd in the Western Buckeye League in rushing. He's averaging 81 yards per game, and he has 3 touchdowns on the season. So they are the 1-2 combination for the Celina Senior Bulldogs. But not only that, they have some outstanding receivers, and one of those is Connor Allstatler. He's caught 17 balls this year for 241 yards and 1 touchdown. So there's some skill and experience between the quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.
Yeah, the Celina offense is going to look a lot like what we saw against Van Wert. A lot of sets out of the shotgun, maybe a little bit of pistol formation from the shotgun, and they're going to run a lot and pass a lot out of that.
Well, right now is homecoming, and the homecoming candidates, the court and their escorts, are making their way onto the field. They will walk between the St. Mary's Memorial All-Brass Band. And here to take a look at the attendants and their escorts for this evening's homecoming, here's Zach.
Thanks, Joe. So this first is the freshman attendant, Sierra Rupert, daughter of Craig and Monica Rupert, escorted by Zach Steva, son of Paul Steva and Linda Summers, and he is representing the Drama Club. What a great opportunity that these kids have to still have some semblance of their homecoming, Joe. I know that their dance is canceled, but they're going to have a dinner. Mm-hmm. I believe that Joe Ginner actually is going to do a comedy stand-up routine. So, sophomore attendant Morgan Hess, daughter of John and Amy Hess, escorted by Connor Houston, son of Jeff Houston and Kathy Grundon. And Connor is representing DECA. Junior attendant Reagan Amstutz, daughter of Josh Amstutz and Stacy Amstutz, escorted by Reese Swire. Reese is the son of Jeff and Kim Swire, and he is representing FFA. And then there's going to be 3 senior attendants. The first one is Lucy Spencer, daughter of our own Doug and Andrea Spencer, escorted by Austin Frank. And Austin is the son of Hannah Zurcher, and he's representing Glitter and Gold. The second senior attendant is Leah Walter, daughter of Greg and Sarah Walter. She is escorted by Andrew Ibrahim. Andrew is the son of Lance and Kathy Ibrahim, and he is representing Student Council. And then the final senior attendant is Jenna Wilder, daughter of Sean and Jamae Wilder, escorted by Adam Tobin. Adam is the son of Charlie and Kelly Tobin, and he is representing the National Honor Society. Congratulations to all the attendants, and these are voted on by their classmates. It's always a big source of pride, and I believe they're about to announce the homecoming queen. But first, they're going to get a picture of just the senior attendants.
Lucy Spencer.
And they have just announced Lucy Spencer as the 2020 St. Mary's Homecoming Queen. Congratulations, Lucy, and congratulations to Doug and Andrea and all the rest of the Spencer family.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, congratulations again to all these students that have been a part of homecoming court tonight. And again, congratulations to Lucy Spencer, our 2020 homecoming queen. Gonna do a little maintenance on the crown. Some custom fitting, I guess.
Well, as I said, Joe, they're not going to be able to have a homecoming dance this year, but they're going to be able to have a homecoming dinner. Hopefully are able to stay a little safer that way and more socially distanced. And they're going to have, at least I know of one entertainment, Joe Ginner doing a comedy routine, probably some other entertainment that I don't know about. A lot of events going on tonight, though, Joe. Were you able to pick up a chicken dinner from the
Absolutely.
Alumni Foundation? Looked like they were serving out a lot of chicken and pork dinners at Dave Wright's barbecue. So I want to thank everybody involved with that. The Alumni Foundation has done great work with doing the Hall of Fame each year. And they've also just assisted in several events that are important to the school. So lots of good things going on with the school system tonight and most nights around town.
Well, once again, congratulations to Lucy Spencer, the Memorial High School 2020 homecoming queen. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take a little bit closer look at the Celina Senior Bulldogs and the St. Mary's Roughriders for tonight's football contest when we come back to Grand Lake Health Systems Field right after this.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
For all your insurance needs, see homegrown, hometown agent Lori Yelton and her team, Doug, Susan, and Becky, at 215 East Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's, Ohio. Be a legend. Insure your life.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643. Alrighty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field, St. Mary's, Ohio. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Well, right now we're seeing the colors being presented by the VFW Post 9289, proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station, and also the American Legion Post 323, veterans helping veterans and the St. Mary's community. We appreciate them and all of our veterans for their service.
Empty chair in the south end zone. This is a physical symbol of the thousands of American POW MIA still unaccounted for from all the wars and conflicts of the United States of America. Let us spare no effort for the release of any American prisoners still in captivity and full accounting of those still missing.
So once the colors have been presented, the St. Mary's Memorial All Brass Band will now play our national anthem.
We are pleased to welcome Coronation College as she signs the national anthem for the hearing impaired.
Our national anthem played tonight by the St. Mary's Memorial All Brass Band. Zach, we talked a little bit about the Celina Senior Bulldogs. This is a very veteran ball club. They're going to start 8 seniors on offense, 3 juniors on offense. They'll do the same on defense. They'll start 8 seniors on defense, 3 juniors as well. So
yeah, it's pretty odd that you don't see a single sophomore or freshman in the WBL, especially over the last few years as numbers have been down. So very veteran team from Celina. Not a not a world beaters by any means, but a solid team that can, definitely are going to, put up a fight on a normal night, let alone St. Mary's Celina week.
Well, of course, St. Mary's is the number one rushing offense in the Western Buckeye League. They're averaging 227 yards on the ground. Although they rank 9th in the Western Buckeye League in passing, they're averaging about 54 yards per game on the ground. They're 5th in total offense, averaging 281.2 yards per game, and they are 4th in the league in scoring, averaging 19.8. On the other hand, Celina, they rank in total offense. They rank 5th in rushing offense, 5th in passing offense, 4th in total team offense, and 5th in scoring offense as they come into tonight's game, averaging 19.4 points per ball game. So when you look at these two teams as far as putting points on the scoreboard, they're just about dead even.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about them, Celina looking a lot like Van Wert. They're not, stats-wise, they're not leading the league like Van Wert is in a couple of the areas. But I tell you what, from watching them on film, they definitely have the potential, athletic ability to match somebody like Van Wert. So definitely need to see St. Mary's step up here and get a good start to this game. Try to put Celina away early. We unfortunately have not been able to finish a lot of drives. I'd love to see St. Mary's offense put a couple in drives away early and try to keep Celina down. Maybe not have such a close game.
Would be nice, wouldn't it? Well, nonetheless, both teams are on the playing surface in preparation for tonight's kickoff. But I'll tell you we got about 2 minutes, Zach. Let's thank some of our sponsors for allowing us to be with you this 2020 season.
Yeah, wherever you're watching out there, we hope you know it, whether it be Guarneri's Pizzeria, CNC's Loft and Lounge. Maybe you're seeing Charlie for the infamous Charlie Burger and a drink. The Varsity Lanes or DW3s. We want to thank all of our sponsors, though, for this year. TSC, American Manufacturing Solutions, especially their electric division, which is serving all the needs. Hewer Renovating, Dave Walbacher, attorney at law, Guarneri's, Laura Yelton State Farm, Allgaze Equipment Rental, St. Mary's Foundry, Vogel's Bake Shop, Albert Sporting Goods, Varsity Lanes, Unique Awards and Signs, Rivalry, Denny Louth and Kelsey Burke Prudential Financial Services, B-Dubs, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Minster Bank, Fowler's TV, Miller Detailing, Miller Funeral Home, CNC Loft and Lounge, the VFW Post, American Legion Post 323, and Grand Lake Health Systems Field. Grand Lake Health Systems, as we're here on Grand Lake Health System Field, proudly committed to serving the community. Thank you to all our sponsors. We didn't know, we did this last year, and we never would have imagined that we were going to be put into this situation where we'd be able to do live broadcasting, where we'd be able to have an audience with so many Rough Rider fans in town and also around the world. And these sponsors have allowed us to do that. So we want to thank all of them. And when you're out in the community patroning them, please let them know that you appreciate them sponsoring Rider Nation Station. Joe, besides our football games, Doug Spencer and Dave Ring were able to bring you the ladies soccer game last night. And last I checked, they had over 1,600 views.
Really?
They had at one time 300 or 400 streamers. So very, very nice for a women's soccer game. It was a big game, and the Rough Riders won 2-0 against league champion Bath, or league leading Bath.
Well, this Rough Rider Kickoff is being brought to you by our friends at State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Brandon Bowers approaches the football, squibs it down, and it is picked up at about the 7-yard line.
Looks like that's number 5. I think Quinn Andrew.
I think it was number 8.
Oh, number 8.
I think it's Carter Allstatler.
Numbers are a little tough tonight.
Yeah, they are. So the Celina Senior Bulldogs will have first crack at it, and they will have the ball 1st and 10. The ball will be placed at the Celina 21-yard line. Quarterback Cooper Jones in the shotgun. Behind him, Jackson Silliman. They'll give it to Silliman right up the middle, and he is pulled down by Hunter Fultz. And immediately, Celina will go to the no-huddle offense as they give him no gain on the play. So it'll be second down. Well, they'll give him a gain of 1. So it'll be second down and 9.
Celina coming out in that pistol formation, running it now back-to-back, 2 downs. And nice job by the St. Mary's defense. Frankly, our defensive line has not been – people have not been able to run on them all year. So it's good to see that Celina is not able to figure that out either.
We'll give him a gain of 2 on the play. We'll call it third down and 7 for Celina. Quarterback Cooper Jones in the shotgun. Turn. He's going to stand up and he's going to throw it right over the middle. Pass falls incomplete. Pass was intended for Brandon Stogler. So it'll bring up fourth down and long for the Celina Bulldogs. It'll bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Cooper Jones was trying to throw it away or he was hoping that his receiver was going to go back a little bit in the backfield and chase the ball a little bit, but really wasn't anywhere near his receiver could catch it, and not enough contact there over the middle to pull any kind of pass interference call.
Back to receive the punt for the Riders is Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howell. Howell calls for a fair catch right about the Rough Rider 45-yard line. So it's St. Mary's turn with 10:49 remaining here in the first quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Again, we'd like to welcome everybody that is watching locally and around the world, if you will. And if you happen to have an opportunity to kind of comment as to where you're watching from, we would greatly appreciate that. We're just glad to have you along. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle, and nice run by Hinkle. We'll give him a gain of about 7.
Excellent job. That's that vision that we talked about with Hinkle before. Is he's got that downhill running ability, but he doesn't let himself get too far ahead of it. He keeps his head up, and he's able to see things like being able to jump over his own player there.
Ty Keel in the ball game for the Rough Riders. He'll split wide to the right. Give the ball to Ethan Wedding. Ethan cuts up. He'll get the first down, breaks a couple of tackles, and he's tackled at about the 35-yard line of Celina. So the Rough Riders pick up a first down, and they'll move the chains, and they'll get a fresh set of 4.
Giving the Rough Riders another Rough Rider first down.
Hayden Eigenbrod checks in for the Rough Riders with the play from head coach Doug Fry. Gavin Reinecke, your quarterback, sets a man in motion. He'll give it to Hinkle. Hinkle picks up about 13 yards, 14 yards on the play. Another Rough Rider first down, so we'll move the sticks.
So far, seeing much more energy and enthusiasm on the Rough Rider side of the ball, Joe. Celina, they started out and their offensive line just kind of looked a little lethargic there in that first couple plays for them being called running plays. St. Mary's not matching that, coming out with a lot of energy.
Ethan Wedding in motion, handed up the middle to Hinkle. Hinkle bowls forward. We'll give him a gain of about 7 on the play. And like you said, Zach, last Friday night against Shawnee, I think they went their first 2 series, they went 3 and out.
Right.
Not the case tonight.
No, and the Shawnee was frankly playing much harder than I see the Celina Bulldogs defense playing right now. Shawnee was Shawnee always plays very well at home. They're high energy, and they were really manhandling a lot of St. Mary's players.
Full house backfield. Give the ball to Tanner Howell. And Tanner picks up a first down, and it'll bring up first down and goal. We'll place the ball at the Celina 8-yard line.
Interesting formation there, and they ran Tanner Howell out of the fullback position. Fortunately, he gets up limping and comes off. Hopefully that's something temporary.
Well, I can guarantee you, knowing the Howells, he'll play through it.
Yeah.
Full house backfield behind Gavin Reinecke. Reinecke turns, give the ball to Hinkle, and Hinkle touchdown, Rough Riders. Boy, and just like that, the St. Mary's Rough Riders march down the field and get the first score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, and they lead in this contest at the 8:43 mark, 6-0, with the point after touchdown by Bowers coming.
Watching that replay, Joe, just a monster hole over we call that the 4 hole on the right side of the offensive line. and he was pretty much untouched into the end zone.
Out of the hole to Troglin. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:43 remaining in the first quarter, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 7, the Celina Senior Bulldogs nothing on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today. And go Riders! 7-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. This kickoff is being brought to you by your friends at State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Deep backs for Celina standing just around the 10-yard line. Picked up by Brandon, picked up by Carter Allstatler.
I think that was actually number 3, Joe.
Number 3.
Aiden Song. They got some different guys back there than their typical returners. Joe, going back to that touchdown from St. Mary's, just a great job on the right side of the offensive line. Wanted to give them some shout-outs. Chase Jacobs at center, Ryan Davis at right guard, Morgan Sewer at right tackle, and Devin Shannon at right tight end. Just blew their guys off the ball, and it's pretty easy when Hinkle's able to run in untouched.
1st and 10 for Celina. Ball's at their own 31-yard line. Cooper Jones, the ball's batted up in the air, and the ball is almost picked off by Dylan Troglin. Good job by the defensive front. We'll see on the replay who got a hand on that one.
Had a lot of time. That ball was in the air.
Almost could it be Stosh Patterson?
I think it was number. I think it was Trace Mabry.
Okay.
Let's see again, slow motion here. 89. Yep. Excellent job by Trace Mabry getting his hands up.
Rough Rider sack on Cooper Jones.
Guess who again? Trace Mabry in there. Sacked.
Well, we've got some playoff information that we'll pass along to you when we get the opportunity. So we pretty well know where the first ball game is going to be played and who the Rough Riders will be playing. Hand off to Jackson Silliman, and it'll be far short of a first down. And here comes the punting team for Celina. What we know is, as far as next week is concerned, the St. Mary's Rough Riders will play host to the Greenville Green Wave. And then if the Rough Riders win, they will then play the winner of the Vandalia Butler Franklin Monroe contest. And that game will also be held here at Grand Lake Health System Field. So we know next week is at home against the Greenville Green Wave.
Yep, and we know if they win, the following week is also at home. So I know we're excited about that, Joe. We like this venue and this press box.
Absolutely.
No more scissor lifts, hopefully.
I hope not. Carter Allstetler, the Celina punter, not a particularly good punt, went off the side of his foot. The Rough Riders will take it 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 7:04 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Rough Riders lead 7-0. Aiden Hinkle with the Rough Riders' first touchdown of the night. Reineke turns. He'll give the ball to Hinkle. Puts his shoulder down, and he'll dive for about 6, maybe 7 on the play. And right now it's the Aiden Hinkle show as they're doing a good job on that right side of that line, as you mentioned before. Chase Jacobs, Ryan Davis, Morgan Sewer, obviously the coaches up in the box, seeing something they like.
Absolutely, and Celina's coming out in their typical even formation, four down linemen, and what that does is it leaves a lot of space in the middle, and St. Mary's is taking advantage of it with Aiden Hinkle.
Counter back with Dylan Troglin. Gave him a gain of maybe 1 on the play.
The surprising thing too, Joe, is if you watch if you look at Celina's alignment before the snap, they're not really walking their linebackers up. They're not walking their safeties
not at all.
up.
Absolutely. Hinkle will give him a first down as he continues to bull forward. Mercy.
So what we're seeing here, Joe, is St. Mary's offensive line is easily handling the 4 down linemen, and you're getting Aiden Hinkle with a 5-yard steam. And so it doesn't matter if those linebackers are going to hit him 5 yards down the field. He's going to carry him another few yards after that. Just absolutely running over Celina right now.
Aiden Hinkle, 6 foot, 225 pounds sophomore. So the Rough Riders will have him for another couple of years in the offensive backfield. Wedding on the carry. We'll give him a gain of about 8 on the play.
Joe, we've got people watching from all over. We got Kevin Cordy watching from Colorado Springs, Colorado. Tori Wallace watching from St. Mary's, Ohio. Cindy and Greg Snyder watching from St. Mary's, Ohio. And how about this? Christian Triplett watching from Malmstrom Air Force Base in Great Falls, Montana.
Wow. Hinkle on the left side. He's going to be a little bit short.
Tackles at number 69,
So we'll call it 3rd down and a yard for the St. Mary's Rough Riders. I think obviously the way the Rough Riders are moving the football, this is in 4-down territory. Eigenbrod wide to the left, quarterback sneak by Reineke, and he's got the first down and more. Zach, you pretty much hit it right on the head. The Celina Senior Bulldogs linebackers, unlike most teams that we see throughout the course of the season, are keeping their linebackers honest. They're playing them about 3-4 yards off the line of scrimmage, which has allowed them, once they get through that front line, they've got a couple of 3 yards, 4 yards to gain. Here comes Hinkle again. Busted tackle, still on his feet, and he's going to be tackled at about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, Celina's just giving us so much space to run. Just watching here on this replay, there's 4 down linemen, and
check that out. I like to see that.
Look at that, just
Gavin Reineke out there leading the block.
Absolutely, excellent leading block there by Gavin Reineke.
Reineke, give it to Hinkle, big hole on the right side of the field. Rough Riders can still get a first down and not get it in the end zone, but they'll have to go to about the 2-yard line in order to do so. So we'll give him a gain of about 6 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 4. 3:57 remaining here in the first quarter. Hinkle goes to the left side this time.
Unfortunately, we're not seeing Braden Himmelgarn tonight. Joe was injured in the last game and not out of this game. Not sure about his prognosis moving forward, but heart really goes out to him. Was out 2 games. I think he's played pretty much 5 quarters this season, and so. But man, what a contribution he had during those 5 quarters.
Full house backfield. Give the ball to Hinkle, and he'll walk into the end zone. Another Rough Rider touchdown at the 3:16 mark here in the first quarter.
What can you say, Joe? I think we've said it before. Even Doug Spencer could run through a hole that big. Look at that. Just great job sealing off on that side of the ball.
Ryan Davis does a good job blocking down. Morgan Seward pushes forward as well. Here's the kick from Bowers. It's up, and it is good. So with 3:16 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 14, the Celina Bulldogs nothing. We'll take a quick break. We'll come right back right after this.
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Celina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
St. Mary's Foundry wants to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to all our local teams, wishing them a safe and extraordinary season. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. 14-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. This Rough Rider kickoff is being brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend. Insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Waiting for the signal from the official. Here we go. Bowers, low liner. It'll hit at about the 20-yard line and go out of bounds. So they'll drop a Dave Weilbacher attorney at law penalty flag. And we'll see what the Celina Bulldogs choose to do.
Well, it looks like they're sending their kick return team off, so they're probably going to just take the ball at the 35.
Well, Zach, when you look at the statistics with 3:16 remaining, a pretty much telltale sign of what the scoreboard indicates.
Joe, it's a little lopsided. As you said, 3 minutes left in the first quarter. St. Mary's has 7 first downs, Celina none. Total yards, St. Mary's 108 to Celina's -1. Aiden Hinkle has 11 rushes for 76 yards right now, Joe.
Wow. Cooper Jones, he'll turn and give it to Silliman, and he'll go straight ahead, and he'll pick up about 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6 for the Celina Bulldogs. Cooper Jones in the shotgun for Celina's 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 4-step drop. Rough Riders are got a hold of him and he's brought down.
Sacked
by Hunter Fraley. Good job by Hunter Fraley.
Excellent job. Great pressure up front. And downfield, great job because Celina had a lot of receivers out there. And Cooper Jones unable to get the ball down the field. You got to think at this point, Celina's thinking they can't keep trying to run it. It's just not there. They got to start spreading the ball out and trying to find something. St. Mary's has been vulnerable this year with some short passes and some attacking the flats. I'm really surprised we haven't seen Celina try to take advantage of that.
Jones in the shotgun. Sullivan behind him. Pass. I don't know if he caught that or not. Pass was intended for number 5, Quinn Andrew. They say he caught the football, so it'll bring up 4th down and 5 for Celina, and obviously a punting situation. 1:46, clock is moving here in the first quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Back to receive the punt for St. Mary's is Tanner Howe and Dylan Troglin. Carter Allstetler to punt the football. It's a better punt. And Troglin calls a fair catch and hauls it in.
Yeah, excellent punt there.
So the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10. They'll place it at the St. Mary's 24-yard line. Don't forget to stay tuned to the big Ralph Ryder replay between the first and second quarter, and also again between the third and fourth quarter.
Nice 44-yard punt there by Connor Allstatter.
Full house backfield behind Gavin Reideke. Turn, give the ball to Wedding, and he'll lunge forward for about 4 yards. We'll give him a gain of 4. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. By the time the Rough Riders snap the football, we'll be under a minute remaining here in the first quarter of action from Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, Rider Nation Station. Nice run by Troglin. He's got the corner, and he runs out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. 44-yard line is where they're going to place it.
We saw a little bit there at the end of Troglin's kind of second gear. Great job of stretching the defense to the outside, giving his time for his blockers up front. Aiden Hinkle, not satisfied with just running the ball tonight, gets up there and gets a nice ceiling block. And Dylan Troglin, if he could have kept his feet in bounds, would have taken it pretty far.
We'll call it 1st and 10. Rough Riders have the ball at their own 44-yard line. Full house backfield. Give the ball to Troglin again. And he'll pick up about 4. We'll give him a gain of 4 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6.
Well, that time Celina did a better job of staying outside. They forced him in, and we saw the results. They're able to stop him for a few yards instead of 12 or 13. But still a pretty good first down run there. I still just don't see Celina really adjusting their defense enough to what St. Mary's is throwing at them.
Aiden Hinkle, he'll bull forward on the left side. He'll be about a yard shy of the first down, and that should be the end of the first quarter with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. St. Mary's 14 and Celina nothing. It's time now for the big Roughrider replay. Brought to you by Guarneri's Pub and Pizzeria, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244.
Damon calls the signal. Long count at the line. Damon turns, get the ball. Shelby, first down and more. Breaks the tackle. 35, 30, 25, 20, 18-yard line. 18-yard line. Good shot, Shelby. What a hole and a flag. We got a flag. I think we're going to get a late hit against the Celina Bulldogs. The flag was thrown over there at the 18-yard line. I think we're going to get a late hit. Personal foul against Celina.
Once again, they're running on that left side of the offensive line.
Boy, I'll tell you, he's my nephew. The 55 is opening the gigantic hole on that left side.
You can tell a difference when he's out there.
Boy, I tell you, he hasn't played in 4 weeks, and he has blown the people apart. And the Bulldogs, with timeout, will be back in 60 seconds.
That big Ralph Rider replay brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza, and calzone. Give them a call at 419-394-2244. And Ralph's nephew that he was talking about in that particular replay was Mark Sisko. Our rule of the game.
That's right.
Aficionado.
Hopefully everybody's able to check out this week's rules of the game. It premiered just before this game took over. It's very interesting, Joe. Mark had talked to the Shawnee crew before we had our rules of the game. So he knew some of the plays that I was going to pick, or they thought that they knew which plays I was going to pick, and they were right. I picked a couple of them.
Really?
So we're not only able to show you an official's viewpoint, but we're now getting the officials that are actually on the games Friday night, going behind the scenes and trying to get the ear of Mark Sisko that he doesn't say anything too bad about their officiating.
Well, the Rough Riders pick up 4 on the first down carry, and it'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 6. Second quarter just underway here from Grand Lake Health System Field. Aiden Hinkle will dive forward. Good second effort, and he'll land at about the 35-yard line where the Rough Riders will have the football. We'll call it 3rd down and about 1 to go.
Thanks, everyone, for tuning in wherever you are. Bruce Stetler watching from Houston, Texas. Scott Vossler said Celina is in trouble, watching from Virginia.
Hinkle on the carry, right side again, picks up big yardage. It'll be another Rough Rider first down.
First down!
This is interesting, Joe. Thomas Cook. I graduated from Lima Bath in 1968. I have lived in Columbus since then. I was on YouTube, and this football game popped up. This brings back so many memories of the WBL. St. Mary's looking very strong. So we appreciate even the random YouTube views that we're getting. So
somehow they find us by mistake.
The algorithm, Joe.
We've got a timeout on the field with 10:43 remaining here in the first half. Your Rough Riders are up 14-0. We'll take a break. We'll come right back right after this.
Good needs. Visit Albert Sporting Goods at 121 West Spring Street, serving the St. Mary's community since 1980.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Rough Riders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or
Back to action. Aiden Hinkle on the sweep. He loses a football and it'll go out of bounds, but I think he'll get the spot where it goes out of bounds. Am I correct or am I wrong? Nonetheless, we got a Dave Wildbacher penalty on the play.
The ball cannot be advanced out of bounds by an offensive player on a fumble.
So
it would go back to where he fumbled the ball.
But this penalty is going to be against the St. Mary's Roughriders. I believe that's other than the kick out of bounds, I think this is the first penalty of the ball game.
Maybe we could get a replay on this, try to see what that penalty was. It looks like it's probably a hold from where it was called and where it was spotted. We're going to get back to action here a little bit sooner. That's all right.
Chase Jacobs brings the ball out, places it at the 31-yard line of St. Mary's, and there's Troglin. Troglin picks up big yardage. What is St. Mary's averaging per rush?
Right now, St. Mary's has 163 yards on 25 rushes. So if I can do the math a little bit on that, or 25 rushes, that's 6.52 yards a rush, Joe.
Wow. Aiden Hinkle on the carry for the Roughriders, picks up another Roughrider first down, big yardage by the sophomore fullback.
And Aiden Hinkle so far, Joe, 16 rushes for 110 yards, 2 touchdowns, and averaging 6.9 yards a rush. Ethan Wedding, 4 rushes for 30 yards, 7.5 yards a rush.
Here comes Wedding. He'll turn it up. He'll be inside the 10-yard line where he is stopped by the Celina defense.
And Dylan Troglin, 4 rushes for 28 yards, averaging 7 yards a rush. So you have 3 St. Mary's rushers almost averaging 7 yards per rush.
And on the stop for the Celina Bulldogs, number 50, a senior, Devin Chilcote, defensive tackle for the Bulldogs. 2nd down and 6. Ball is at the Celina 10-yard line. Hinkle to inside the 5. Ball will be placed at the 4-yard line. So the St. Mary's Roughriders knock it on the door. This is their 3rd possession of the ball game. Am I correct?
That's correct.
And they've scored on their first 2.
That's right. I believe St. Mary's has had 6 third downs, and they're 6 for 6, and no 4th downs, Joe.
Man in motion is Eigenbrod. Reinecke goes forward.
He's in the end zone.
Touchdown from 4 yards out on a quarterback sneak.
That's one of those things, lining up even, Joe. Look at that middle. The middle is wide open. Coaches saw it. Center saw it. Boom. Chase Jacobs runs all the way to the end zone. He doesn't even have to touch anybody. Doesn't even have to block anybody.
Rough Riders scoring a quarterback sneak by Gavin Reinecke from 4 yards out. Brandon Bowers will attempt the point after out of the hold of Troglin. The kick is up. It's a low kick.
Ooh.
And it is good. So with 8:48 remaining in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 21, the Celina Bulldogs nothing. Back with the St. Mary's kickoff right after this.
Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily. Open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Celina, and Walpole. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie.
For all your sporting good needs, visit Albert Sporting Goods at 121 West Spring Street, serving the St. Mary's community since 1980.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Roughriders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders!
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. You're watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. Rider Nation Station, we are the face of Rough Rider athletics and the face of the St. Mary's community. Glad to have you along. This kickoff brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. State Farm Insurance. Ball taken at about the 12-yard line. Good special teams coverage by the Roughriders. The ball carrier was, I believe it was Allstater.
Yeah, great job there. Nice tackle by Braden Sullivan and Hunter Fraley. Getting in there at the end, keeping their lanes and working off of blocks to make the tackle. You know, Coach Fry talked in your show this week. He's how important the special teams is. That he coaches it himself,
Absolutely.
and he takes a lot of pride in that.
Cooper Jones pass is complete.
But a lot of times, special teams is the difference between a good and a great team, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
It is literally a third of the game, and so often in high school football, it comes into such big plays, and we saw it last week with the field goal.
Cooper Jones' last pass was complete to Allstater. He's going to stand up, and the ball is knocked down again by Brandon Paul. So that'll make the Schaff Auto Sales video highlights before you buy. Give them a try. See Aaron High. He's the car guy. Schaff Auto Sales in St. Mary's, bringing you the Schaff Auto Sales video highlights. I don't know how many views we had last week, but we had quite a few, over 1,000.
Absolutely,
I think like 1.2.
So.
Okay.
We're going to have a lot of highlights so far for the St. Mary's Roughriders, Joe. Lots of highlights for the Schaff
Cooper
Auto
Jones.
Sales.
And it's almost picked off. It is picked off. Nice interception by that was Hunter Fraley.
I think it's Aiden Eidenbrud there jumped
it?
it, Joe. Yep. Here's the replay. Cooper Jones just looks the whole way, and
Yep, it was. You're right.
Aiden Eidenbrud watches the quarterback's eyes and just jumps right in front of it.
That's another Schaff Auto Sales video highlight. Aiden Eigenbrud with the interception for the Roughriders to give the football back to St. Mary's. 1st and 10 at the Celina 35-yard line, 8:25 remaining. Good second effort by Wedding.
Wedding, doesn't always have the same speed as the other halfbacks, but he's got a little bit of a harder run to him. He breaks more tackles. And he's still fast. Don't get me wrong; he can still break it away.
Right.
But really like him when he comes inside.
Quick pitch, it goes to Hinkle. Hinkle's got blockers out in front. He's got
nice
a hold
block.
for the 10 to the 5. Touchdown, Roughriders. At the 7:48 mark here in the first half, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders putting another 6 points on the scoreboard with a nice run by Aiden Hinkle. Look at the people out front.
29 yards, Joe.
Nice block.
And basically untouched by any defensive player because he had a whole corral of blockers running with him.
The kick up by Bowers is good. So with 7:48 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 28, the Celina Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back with the Roughrider kickoff right after this.
Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Celina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Rider Rooter is proud to be a sponsor for tonight's game on Rider Nation Station. Rider Rooter supports all Memorial High School athletics as the official booster group of Memorial High School. They have been providing financial support to Rough Rider sports for over 40 years. Thanks to the Rough Rider community for all your support. Let Prudential Advisors help you tackle your financial challenges. Call Denny Louth, Financial Advisory, and Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, at 419-394-8879.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. This kickoff being brought to you by Lori Elton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Elton, State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's. Brandon Bowers to do the kicking for the St. Mary's Roughriders. Nice kick. Quinn Andrew on the return for the Celina Bulldogs, and he'll get it out to about the 30-yard line. So the Celina Senior Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10.
Well, you got to think that they're going to be coming out with probably 4 or 5 wide and trying to get some points on the board at this point, Joe.
Cooper Jones, the quarterback. Behind him is running back Jackson Silliman. Rough Rider defense has pretty much held this offense in check. Pass complete to Quinn Andrew. So they'll give him a gain of 5 on the completion.
Good job, Ty Keel there, of moving in quickly and stopping him. Ty Keel getting his first start of the year at DB.
Pass is complete to number 4, Brandon Stogler. So it'll be a first down for the Celina Bulldogs. Would that happen to be Celina's first down of the ball game?
Yes, it would, Joe.
It comes at 7:08 here in the second quarter. Silliman up the middle. We'll give him a gain of about 1 on the play. Good job by the Rough Rider defense. Hunter Foltz, Dylan Giesige, Stosh Patterson, and Trace Mabry, or your 4 down linemen for the Rough Riders.
Joe, at this point, with 6 minutes left in the second quarter, St. Mary's has 13 first downs and 229 yards. Celina has 1 first down and 19 yards.
Here comes the Rough Rider defense. Brandon Paul's got a beat on Cooper Jones, and he's going to throw it out of bounds. Good job there on the corner by Brandon Paul as he flushed Cooper Jones out of the pocket, and he just basically aired it out, threw it out of bounds.
Yep, didn't allow him to get the corner, get the edge there, take a nice angle there by Brandon Paul, and also didn't late hit him out of bounds or anything.
So to bring up 3rd down and 10 for Celina. Little screen pass back to Stogler, and we'll give him a gain of about 4 on the play. We'll call it 4th down and 6. So
thought from this point on the field, Joe, that they may think about going for it here. You know, you're down 28-0, 6 minutes left in the second quarter, but they sent their punt team out. So we'll be interested if this is a fake or if they're actually going to punt it away here. You're on your 45, and it's risky, but you're down 4 touchdowns.
Connor Allstate, we're going to punt the football for Celina. Nice high under over end punt. Fair catch called by Tanner Howe. And the Rough Riders will take possession. 1st and 10 with 5:42 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Joe, I'm just, wanted to go back and look at Celina's schedule this year. They won their first week against Wapak 14-10, lost second week against Shawnee 14-6, lost against Kenton 51-28, and then won against Elida 21-17 and won against Bath 28-21. So this is very out of character for what we've seen from them this season. They beat Wapak, they played hard against Shawnee, and they've beat Elida and Bath the past 2 weeks and scored 21 and 28 points respectively. So not really sure what we're seeing here from them, but maybe they can turn around in the second half.
Hunter Fraley checks into the ball game for the Rough Riders. He'll line up in the fullback position behind junior quarterback Gavin Reinecke. Turn, give the ball to Fraley, his first carry of the night.
It's good to see Aiden Hinkle get a little bit of breather there, Joe. And Hunter Fraley's one of those guys that we always talk about. Sometimes he'll just come in and have a big game randomly, 1 or 2 weeks into the playoffs, and Hunter Fraley will come in like we saw Ross Hinchin a couple of times.
We'll call it 3rd down and 1. Ball's placed at the Rough Rider 39-yard line. We got a Dave Wildbacher, attorney at law, penalty on the play. This one may come back.
It's going to be a sideline warning, Joe. So the first flag of that's just a warning. Second flag will be a penalty. I think a third flag can be a personal foul or personal foul against the coach. Talked about that a couple rules of the game.
First down for the Roughriders, ball at their own 43-yard line. We have illegal procedure on a Dave Weilbacher attorney at law penalty. So the Roughriders will be backed up 5 yards on the procedure penalty, and then they'll find themselves first and 15.
I think we're starting to see Celina crowd the line a little bit more. What they're doing now is
I'm not the. I don't have the best eyesight, but what are they going to call that?
They call it hold on St. Mary's.
That's not a horse collar tackle?
I have to see here on the replay.
That's a horse collar tackle if I've ever seen one.
That should be, Joe.
And they're not going to call it, are they?
Should have at least been offsetting, Joe, because that's
holding against the Roughriders, and it's declined by Celina, so it'll bring up second down and 15. Ball at the Roughrider 38-yard line. 4:03 remaining here in the first half. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Rider Nation Station, glad to have you along wherever you may be watching.
That's an interesting call to decline that penalty. It could have made it, first and 30. I guess okay. So he was tackled a little bit in the backfield. So
right. He lost yards on the play. So obviously, the Roughriders will have to go now second and about 15. There's a screen pass sort of over to.
Looks like Wedding.
Mm-hmm. So gets about half of it back. So it'll be third down, and we'll call it 10 for the Roughriders. Clock is running. 3:30 remaining here in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
Yeah, so just to go back to that penalty, they could have pushed them back, and it would have been about first and 25. Instead, they declined it. It was second and 19. But a great job of getting some of that back by St. Mary's.
Reinege's looking to throw the football, and good job just throwing it out of bounds. No receiver open, so Gavin Reineke just throws it out of bounds. Where before we have seen him in the last couple of ball games throw it in triple coverage, and the results weren't so good. But nonetheless, that was a smart play. So this is the first time the Roughriders have been held in the ball game by the Celina defense. So Brandon Bowers, the league's second leading punter in the Western Buckeye League. Nice high punt. Fair catch signal by Brandon Stogler. So the Roughriders, the Celina Senior Bulldogs will take over with 3:10 remaining in the first half, trailing the St. Mary's Roughriders 28-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. American Manufacturing Solutions electrical division, serving your electrical needs, service calls, repairs, remodels, new home, and service changes. Give them a call, as well as your complete supply chain solutions provider for logistics and warehousing. They do it all. American Manufacturing Solutions sponsors our scoreboard for the 2020 football season. Glad to have them along. Cooper Jones looking over the middle, and the pass is caught.
Oh, wow.
By Quinn Andrews.
I thought I saw the ball roll on the ground. I guess not. The official was standing right in front of it. Looked like pretty good coverage by Dylan Troglin, but yeah, great catch there by Andrews. Celina's moving now. No huddle. Basically the same
Pass
play
start
there, Joe.
again to Quinn Andrews. Now keep in mind, Quinn Andrews leads the Western Buckeye League in interceptions because he also plays defensive safety for Celina.
Well, you can see why. He's got some nice hands.
So
Aiden Eigenbrod almost had his second interception of the game, Joe.
So to bring up 3rd down and 4 on the incompleted pass.
Got people watching from all over tonight, Joe. Leonard Sanford from Fort Myers, Florida. 982 viewers right now.
Wow. Jones.
Oh.
Pass was intended for number 11, Connor Allstatler. It falls incomplete, almost picked off again by the Rough Rider defense. Good pressure by the defensive front on Cooper Jones, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Celina.
Risky throw there by Cooper Jones. Had Connor over the middle on a little drag route, and he was open for a second. But
We got a timeout on the field, on the Grand Lake Health System field. Nope, apparently not. I thought they were going to talk it over a little bit, but I think they're going to punt the football away.
I guess they figure their defense just got to stop. They got maybe a little bit more faith that they can get the ball back.
That's going to be a penalty thrown on the play. Brandon Paul ran into the kicker, and that's a Dave Weilbacher attorney at law penalty. For all your legal needs, see Dave Weilbacher, attorney at law.
Cannot touch the punter if you don't get a piece of the ball, Joe. We saw that last week with Shawnee.
Well, let me see. I don't know if we get the replay.
Yeah, maybe while we're pausing here.
Was he blocked into the kicker? No, not necessarily, was it?
No, I think that was more of his own momentum.
Well, that'll give the Celina Bulldogs a 1st down.
Didn't look intentional by any means. He looked like he was
Right.
coming through, and the punter happened to kind of land right where he was.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left for Celina. Cooper Jones in the shotgun. Drops back, being pressured by Fraley. And the pass is complete. Quinn Andrew on the reception. We'll give him a gain of about 9 on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and a short 1. Clock is running, 1:53 and moving.
So far, we're seeing a lot more energy and effort from the Celina. Need to see St. Mary's get some more pressure, I think, on them and make them a little more uncomfortable on some of these passes.
That was almost knocked down by Stosh Patterson, but a pass falls incomplete.
St. Mary's playing pretty far off of the line of scrimmage, and they had a lot of room there.
Pass was intended for Aiden Song, junior receiver for Celina. Clock is stopped with 1:41 remaining on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Celina with their deepest penetration in Rough Rider territory on the night. Got a man in motion. Going to fake to him. We're going to stand up and throw it. Pass is incomplete.
Ooh.
Pass was intended for Quinn Andrew.
Clearly 4th down territory here. Being on the 36-yard line, down 4 scores. Be interesting to see if we see them with that empty backfield set. Probably not. We'll probably see either Cooper Jones or Jackson Stillman try to run this 1 yard here. Ooh, it's close. Oh.
And it's going to be close to a Celina Bulldog 1st down as Jackson Silliman bounced to the outside. And they're going to be real close to a Celina 1st down.
Ethan Wedding did a great job of filling the hole and almost caught him up short of the 1st down, but good job by Jackson Silliman.
It is a Celina Bulldog 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 at the St. Mary's 35-yard line. Cooper Jones steps back. He's flushed out of the pocket, looking deep, looking in the end zone. passes incomplete.
Oh. Broken up by Aiden Eigenbrod, and that's a Dave Weilbacher penalty.
Oh,
there.
absolutely. Not sure who the receiver was on the particular that last play, but he's kind of hobbling over on the sideline now, coming back. You can see him at the top of your screen, but
I don't know about that call, Joe. And live, it did not look like he had too much contact before the ball was there. Maybe he had his back arm wrapped around him, and that's what triggered it. We'll have to look at that in the rules of the game with Mark Sisko and get his opinion.
well, the Dave Weilbacher attorney law penalty will give the Celina Bulldogs 1st and 10 at the Rough Rider 25-yard line. And the Rough Rider defense gets to him.
Sacked.
Dylan Giesecke in on the play.
St. Mary's brought a blitz there, both outside linebackers, and they forced him inside, and a great job inside by Stosh Patterson and Ward, and everybody was in there already waiting for him.
With 1:07 remaining in the first half on the American Manufacturing Solution, it's the Rough Riders 28, Celina nothing. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial Student Athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports. Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller. Proud.
Back to action at Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. Celina has it. 2nd down and 14. Nice pass out to the left side to Jackson Silliman.
Nice tackle there by Ty Keel. Silliman had some space there, and Keel did a great job of working off his blocker and stopping him for a short gain.
Cooper Jones looking for the end zone, and it is incomplete. We mentioned Ty Keel, just a junior for the Rough Riders, and filling in for Braden Hemmelgarn. Is doing a nice job.
Great job there by Aiden Eigenbrod, breaking that pass up, staying off, not getting another pass interference call. Pretty good pass by Cooper Jones to his receiver as well.
So it'll be 4th and 8 for the Celina Senior Bulldogs. 3:19 remaining. Ball is at the Rough Rider 21-yard line. And pass was intended for number 4, Brandon Stogler. So the Celina Bulldogs will turn the football over on downs, and we'll give the ball back to the St. Mary's Rough Riders with 28 seconds remaining in the first half.
That's a big stop there from the St. Mary's defense. You did not want to give up some points to Celina as they go into half.
Absolutely. Chase Jacobs will play the football at the 18-yard line, and the Rough Riders will take a knee, and they'll be happy to go into halftime leading on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard by a score of 28-0. So as both teams head to the locker rooms, we'll take a break. We'll come back with halftime here from Grand Lake Health System Field when we return right after this.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success, and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Valor's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Valor's TV, taking game day to the next level.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
The Tailgate for Cancer Committee would like to remind you of these upcoming events. October the 16th is Community T-Shirt Day. The deadline to order is October the 4th. Jamba Hoops Chicken Dinner, $10 each on October the 16th. Deadline to order is October the 2nd. For additional information on these events and many more to come, visit www.tailgateforcancer.com. Miller's Detailing and Service LLC offers all your detailing and window tinting needs, from 1, 2, and 5-year ceramic coatings to basic detailing. We have a full line of ceramic tint with a lifetime warranty. Call or text Braid Miller at 419-953-2796 or message us on Facebook at Miller's Detailing and Service LLC.
All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell, where we are at halftime with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. The St. Mary's Roughriders 28 and the Celina Bulldogs nothing. Again, tonight is homecoming, and once again we extend our congratulations out to Lucy Spencer, the 2020 homecoming queen at Memorial High School. So we got a public service announcement to do.
That's right. We just wanted to remind everybody we're unfortunately not able to show the halftime show from the band. It is copyrighted material that they're playing, and because we're on YouTube and it's live, if we play it, we potentially risk that the algorithms and the YouTube computers will take it down and take our live broadcast down and potentially take our whole video down. So unfortunately, we're not able to bring you a lot of the audio from the game or from the SMAB, St. Mary's All Brass Marching Band playing, but we will have the visuals here. So and we're very proud of them as always, and of course in the future when we don't have if we don't have the live games, hopefully we keep this up actually format, but in the future hopefully we can bring that, but as for now we just simply can't risk the copyright violations and all of the associated problems with that, with our broadcast being taken down. So we apologize. We know a lot of people out there would like to watch their students in the band and be able to hear that, but just can't do it yet. So,
well, thanks, Zach. The Roughriders lead by a score of 28-0. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Zach's going to take you through halftime with the statistics in the first half. We'll do that and more as halftime continues from Grand Lake Health System Field right after this.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
For all your insurance needs, see homegrown, hometown agent Lori Yelton and her team, Doug, Susan, and Becky, at 215 East Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's, Ohio. Be a legend. Insure your life.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today. And go Riders!
Oglaze Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Celina Road or oglazeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Oglaze Equipment Rental.
St. Mary's Foundry wants to take this opportunity to give a big shout out to all our local teams, wishing them a safe and extraordinary season. And speaking of great teams, St. Mary's Foundry would like to thank its very own team of hardworking employees for their loyalty and dedication. If you're looking for rewarding challenges and first-string wages and benefits, check us out at stmfoundry.com or on hometownopportunities.com. St. Mary's Foundry, where iron and ingenuity meet. Vogel's Bake Shop, making thousands of fresh donuts daily, open 7 days a week with stores in St. Mary's, Celina, and Walpock. Also now found in Wagner's IGA in New Bremen, Minster, and Fort Laramie.
For all your sporting...
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. You're watching Rough Rider football on Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you along wherever you might be watching. Just got word here from Andy Ramble next to us that pretty much everybody in the Western Buckeye League is ugly except for OG and Kenton. And I think they're tied at 13, I believe, 13 or 14. And also, St. Mary's opponent next week in the playoff with Greenville, they're leading West Carrollton right now by a score of 7-6. So, nonetheless, it's been all Rough Riders here in the first half, and here to take a look at the numbers in the first half. Once again, my colleague, Zach Farrell.
Joe, the Battle of Grand Lake has been a little one-sided here. St. Mary's first downs 14, Celina 5. Total yards, St. Mary's 244 to Celina's 55. Passing for St. Mary's is just two attempts and one completion. Celina has 20 attempts, 9 completions, and that one interception. Passing yards, St. Mary's only 8 to Celina's 59. Rushing attempts, St. Mary's 37 rushes in that first half for 236 yards. Celina had 9 rushes for 4 yards. St. Mary's had 1 fumble, but fortunately it was out of bounds, wasn't lost. St. Mary's is a little bit penalty prone tonight, as we've seen has been a problem a couple weeks this year. St. Mary's has 5 penalties for 50 yards to Celina's 0 penalties. Third down conversions, St. Mary's is 7 for 8, with Celina just stopping and forcing that 1 punt. St. Mary's had that 1 punt for 38 yards. Celina has had 4 punts for 119 yards, averaging 29.8 yards a punt. Average drive start has been a little lopsided as well. St. Mary's average drive has started on their 38-yard line, whereas Celina's has started on the 27-yard line. And time of possession, St. Mary's has 14 minutes and 6 seconds to Celina's 9 minutes and 54 seconds. Looking a little bit at the individual leaders, passing for St. Mary's, Gavin Reinecke, just 1 completion on 2 attempts. Rushing, Aiden Hinkle, 20 rushes for 153 yards. As long as it was that 29-yard touchdown run. Joey's got 3 touchdowns so far in the first half. He is averaging 7.7 yards a rush. Ethan Wedding, 6 rushes for 41 yards, averaging 6.8 yards a rush. Dylan Troglin, 5 rushes for 4.8 yards. And then Gavin Reineke with the 1 rush for 4 yards. Of course, it was that great touchdown on that QB sneak. Passing for Celina, Cooper Jones has 9 completions on 20 attempts for 59 yards, as long as being a 14-yard pass and the 1 interception. Jackson Silliman has 5 rushes for 9 yards. Receiving for Celina, Quinn Andrew, 5 catches on 8 attempts, or 8 passes thrown to him for 39 yards, averaging 7.8 yards a catch. Brandon Stogler, 2 catches after being thrown to 3 times for 9 yards, 4.5 yards a catch. So just not many stats offensively for Celina. A lot for St. Mary's, but mainly it's the primetime Aiden Hinkle show right now. Primetime player tonight.
Well, Zach, thank you very much. The Celina Senior Bulldogs have returned to the field in preparation of second half action. We're awaiting the arrival of the St. Mary's Roughriders. Obviously, they'll put another 3 minutes on the clock so they can loosen up, and we'll get ready to get the second half underway. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff for you from Grand Lake Health System Field right after this.
Visit Albert Sporting Goods at 121 West Spring Street, serving the St. Mary's community since 1980.
Varsity Lanes, home of the Roughriders 2018-19 Boys and Girls State Bowling Champions. Striking up delicious food, 32 taps, Queen of Hearts, and nightly food and drink specials with a great family atmosphere. Carry out is available. Stop in and see us after the game. Go Riders! Unique Awards and Signs, here to take care of your signage, graphic award, and gift customization needs. From banners for your graduate or corporate sponsors to awards recognizing those dedicated employees or champion sport teams. Stop in at 1865 Celina Road or call us at 419-394-1612.
Rider Rooter is proud to be a sponsor for tonight's game on Rider Nation Station. Rider Rooter supports all Memorial High School athletics as the official booster group of Memorial High School. They have been providing financial support to Rough Rider sports for over 40 years. Thanks to the Rough Rider community for all your support. Let Prudential Advisors help you tackle your financial challenges. Call Denny Louth, Financial Advisory, and Kelsey Burke, Financial Planner, at 419-394-8879.
Buffalo Wild Wings in St. Mary's, proud to support Rough Rider athletics and the Memorial student athletes. Join Buffalo Wild Wings for each Rough Riders football game, streamed on Rider Nation Station. Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, drinks, sports. Miller Funeral Home has been serving the Rough Rider community in its time of need since the 70s. Our business is a family affair, dedicated to serving families with integrity, dignity, and compassion. Miller Funeral Home, proud to be a supporter of the Rough Rider community.
Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success and supporter of the Rider Nation and St. Mary's community.
Welcome back to Grand Lake Health System Field. Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. We're about a minute and 20 seconds away from the start of the second half. St. Mary's Rough Riders lead on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard by a score of 28-0. It's pretty much been all St. Mary's in the first half. And keep in mind, Zach, the Rough Riders are just 2 points away, or literally 1 score away from the mercy rule being implemented, and that is put into effect anytime that a team is up by 30 points. Then they will play with a continually running clock. Now, if Celina would happen to score and get under that 30-point window, then they would go back to normal game situations with the clock being stopped on first downs and incomplete passes and the such.
Joe, we got people watching all over the world, and of course right here in St. Mary's. Wanted to give a shout out to Pat and Clay Fisher watching in St. Mary's. Alex watching from the CNC Loft and Lounge. Hopefully he's getting a Charlie burger and a drink tonight.
A burger and brew.
Adam Childs watching in his twin brother Brad's living room. I'm sure that's lots of fun conversations going on with the Childses.
Well, the St. Mary's Roughriders will return the second half kickoff. And back to receive the kickoff when they take to the field will be Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howell.
We've got Bob Nicewander in Massillon, Ohio, grandfather of Keith, Joel, Neil, Sean, and Kevin. Says, "Go Riders." Appreciate everybody out there watching us. Sure, we got a big crowd over at B-Dubs and at Varsity Lanes and Guarneri's Pizzeria. VFW, American Legion. Got to be nice to see the Roughriders with a pretty big lead for once this season. It's been a run of close games, Joe.
Well, it's always been a game of second halves for the Roughriders. We've seen the Roughriders move the football at times and fail to get the ball in the end zone. This evening, it seemed like they moved the ball at will and scored at will. But it could be a tale of two halves. We'll see, as Coach Fry wants to see his Roughriders do, see if they can finish this one and play 2 more full quarters of football. This kickoff return is being brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Nice return by the Roughriders.
Good job by Ethan Wedding, just finding the right lane right behind his wall. Yeah, I think we want to see from St. Mary's that they can put the ball in the end zone a couple more times and maybe get some of the younger players some valuable time, because you're going to need it into the playoffs.
And not only that, it would be good to have the Roughriders play 4 complete quarters going into the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Boy, nice run by Aiden Hinkle. Give him a gain of about 15 yards on the play.
Roughriders look like they pick up right where they left off in the first half, Joe. Great blocking down the field by 76 Brian Ward. Seen a lot of runs to the right tonight, but the left side of the line is important in that and getting downfield and getting some of the secondary blocks.
1st and 10 for the Roughriders at the 45. Hinkle again. Give him another first down. Give him a gain of 11. Well, I'll tell you what, the right side of that offensive line, give them credit. Chase Jacobs, Ryan Davis, Morgan Seward, Devin Shannon. 2 juniors, 2 seniors on the right side. Of course, on the other side, you got Stosh Patterson at left guard and Brian Ward, a junior and a senior. So good group coming back next year for the Roughriders. There's Wedding. He'll cut to the outside to the 20. He'll walk in. 10, 5, touchdown Roughriders. And just like that, it's 34-0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard at the 11:02 mark with a point after from Bowers coming.
Wedding, nice, strong running through the hole. Scampers 35 yards for the touchdown, Joe. That's going to be Shaft Auto Sales video highlight. Before you buy, give them a try. See Aaron High, the car guy. Shaft Auto Sales, St. Mary's.
Out of the hole to Troglin, the Bowers kick is up, and it is good. With 11:02 remaining here in the third quarter, it's the St. Mary's Roughriders 35 and the Celina Bulldogs 0 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll come back with a Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
Fellowship of Christian Athletes is a middle school and high school club looking to spread God's love throughout numerous schools and communities of our local area. FCA's favorite play of the game is both teams joining together in prayer at the conclusion of the game. God bless you, sports fans.
Take your game day party to the next level with a new TV and Sonos sound system from Fowler's TV in St. Mary's. A Sonos sound system takes all the action into every room of your home and outdoors. Break your home into zones and control the content and level right from your phone or tablet, enabling you to enjoy the game or not with the touch of a finger. Add a security camera system connected to your TV from Fowler's, and never leave another friend stuck outside in the cold. Fowler's TV, taking game day to the next level.
VFW 9289's mission is to honor all veterans, past, present, and future. Come on out on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. VFW 9289, a proud sponsor of Rider Nation Station.
This kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Nice return for Celina.
Yeah, Quinn Andrew. Excellent run there. Good vision, and found it outside. If Celina's going to get back in this game at all, or get some points on the board, they need to keep up field position like that they're getting here.
Well, the mercy rule it's an automatic thing, and once you get a lead of 30 points or more, the clock will continue to run, and the Rough Riders lead 35-0. Now, if Celina scores, then we'll go back to regular clock management. Cooper Jones, he'll stand, he'll swing it out. He's going to, my, nice catch. Nice catch, knowing that he was going to have the potential of getting his clock cleaned.
Aiden Eigenbrod, sure tackle. And I like what he did, Joe, it was a clean tackle.
Yeah.
Had the opportunity to take a big shot there, and instead just went for the sure wrap-up tackle. Same result.
When it was all said and done, though, it's a loss of 1 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 11 for Celina at their own 36. Cooper Jones, he's going to go deep, and pass was intended for Quinn Andrews, I believe.
Celina was trying to out and up there, Joe, and looked like the receiver and the DB kind of ran into each other. It's close. Celina wanted a pass interference, but it looked like it was more incidental contact there. At least the official saw it that way.
Clock continues to run. 9:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Jones is going to pull it down on the quarterback keeper, and here comes the Rough Rider defense. And boy, they got him. Sacked. Ethan Wedding. Brandon Paul.
Ethan Wedding getting it
Hunter
done on
Fultz.
both sides of the ball.
And it'll bring up 4th down and about 13 for Celina, and they'll punt the football away. And back to receive the punt for St. Mary's will be Dylan Troglin and Tanner Howe. They'll stand about their own 35-yard line.
Cooper Jones just didn't have a lot of time in the pocket. It collapsed immediately. He tried to make the most of it, but great job of Ethan Wedding of tracking him down.
Nice punt, nice high spiral. This baby's going to roll over, and Troglin's going to take it. He's going to rack it up the middle, spin move, and he is brought down.
I think that's the first punt tonight that we've seen St. Mary's able to return. Good to get that practice in.
So the Rough Riders will have the ball 1st and 10. The ball is placed at their own 43-yard line. Troglin in motion. Turn, give the ball to Hinkle. Left side he goes, and he'll lunge forward for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 6. Stay tuned. After the third quarter, we'll have the big Rough Rider replay, and it's a classic. Hinkle on the carry again.
Joe, we're not seeing anything fancy, just 4 dives from the fullback.
Good blocking at the point of attack. Obviously, this ball game is being won in the trenches by the Rough Riders. Troglin on the sweep.
Great block by Aiden Hinkle.
Right up the middle he goes, and another Rough Rider 1st down.
Watching this replay here, watch number 3, Aiden Hinkle, leading the way.
Kicks
Seals
the outside.
Kicks him off. Plenty of space for Troglin to use that speed up through the hole. It's a nice little 8-yard scamper by Dylan Troglin.
Full house in the backfield for the Roughriders. 1st and 10 at the Celina 41-yard line. Hinkle. We'll give him a gain of 4 on the play. Clock continues to roll. 6:37 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard.
St. Mary's switched their count up that time to a long count, so instead of going usually on set black, they go on set blue 42, black. That's either to try to slow down the Celina defense from jumping the snap or just to slow down the clock a little bit and use up some more time with the running clock. That may be what Coach Fry is thinking at this point.
What was your cadence? You were center. What was your cadence?
It was set black for on one, or for the normal, and the long cadence, it depended on the play. So we also had a check with me. So
really?
You could go up to the line and not know. You say it's going to either be this play or this play, and then the play would be called in that cadence. So set green 5 meant it was going to be a 5 dive. Set red 9 means it's going to be a 29. So
that's amazing. That just tells you how times are changed. When I played, cadence was very simple: set, fire, bang, go.
Wow,
that was the cadence. You either went on, and 99% of the time it was set. And but if you wanted a long count, you would go through them all: set, fire, bang, go, set, and then we would go. But that's it. And we never changed the play.
Wow.
Never changed the play. When it came in, that's the way it was run.
And Joe, that was for me, that was 15 years ago. So just imagine how much it's probably changed by now.
Ethan Wedding on the carrier. And I'll tell you what, Zach, and when I was in college, of course, I was blessed enough to go on to play college football at the University of Toledo. But one of the things that was difficult in the Rough Rider offense then, you didn't have to read a defense. The play was called. Every player had a job to do. You ran it. Then all of a sudden, you go to the college level. Now you got to know free safety, strong safety, weak safety, backside linebacker. You have to learn to do that. Then you have to learn to call it audibles from the quarterback position, nothing of which I was familiar with doing. Hinkle is going to score again. Rough Riders, touchdown.
Aiden Hinkle, nice and patient here on the replay. Just a little 4 dive with the fullback, and there's just nobody there. He takes his time, stands behind his blocker, and then decides, I'll just run it to the end zone over there.
Boy, what a night by Aiden Hinkle.
That's his 26th rush of the night, 214 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Bauer's point after attempt is up, and it is good. So with 4:10 remaining here in the third quarter on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 42, the Celina Bulldogs nothing. Back with the Rough Rider kickoff right after this.
The Tailgate for Cancer Committee would like to remind you of these upcoming events. October the 16th is Community T-Shirt Day. The deadline to order is October the 4th. Jamba Hoops Chicken Dinner, $10 each. On October the 16th. Deadline to order is October the 2nd. For additional information on these events and many more to come, visit www.tailgateforcancer.com. Miller's Detailing Service, LLC offers all your detailing and window tinting needs, from 1, 2, and 5-year ceramic coatings to basic detailing. We have a full line of ceramic tint with a lifetime warranty. Call or text Braid Miller at 419-953-2796 or message us on Facebook at Miller's Detailing and Service, LLC.
Back at Grand Lake Health System Field, Joe Hurlbert alongside Zach Farrell. This kickoff is being brought to you by Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Laura Yelton, State Farm Insurance in St. Mary's. Bowers kickoff. High end over end, taken at about the 14-yard line. And I think that was Gavin Brown on the return.
Yeah, number 4, Keegan Sharp in that tackle. Dylan Giesecke there. So far, pretty nice night from the St. Mary's special teams as well. A lot of good punt, I should say, on the one punt, but good kickoffs, good coverage on the kickoffs, and 6 for 6 on extra points.
Jackson Sullivan, I believe, on the carry.
Actually, that's Jaden King.
24, Jaden King.
It's like Celina trying to bring in a different running back here, maybe get a little bit different spark going.
So Jaden King will be behind Cooper Jones, and King will carry it again. He'll have enough for the first down.
Thank you for watching all over the country. I want to give a shout out to Braden Dunlap watching from McGuire Air Force Base. Larry watching from Yukon, Oklahoma. Appreciate everyone all around the world watching Rider Nation Station.
Good defense by the Roughriders. They're going to bring Jones down, and in on the tackle is Stosh Patterson. He was the first Rough Rider to him.
Dylan Giesecke really helped cause that sack there. Does a great job of working around the end, forces Cooper Jones inside, and Stosh Patterson cleans him up.
Cooper Jones in the shotgun. Jaden King on the carry, and he'll get it to the Celina 35-yard line, so we'll give him a gain of 2 on the play. Just got word that the Greenville Green Wave is now trailing West Carrollton, I think 13-7, I believe.
Money down!
14-7. And, of course, St. Mary's will take on Greenville next Friday night right here at Grand Lake Health System Field. Of course, Rider Nation Station will be here to bring you all the play-by-play action. Busted tackle there. And good second effort by Brandon Stogler. He just swung out of the tackle of...
That's Ty Keel.
Ty Keel. Yep.
Probably the biggest play we've seen tonight from the Celina offense.
I believe so. So it'll be 1st and 10. The ball is in St. Mary's territory. Jaden King on the ball, on the carry. We're down to 43 seconds.
Last play was an 18-yard completion.
On the game clock. So the Celina Bulldogs will have to snap the football one more time, and this third quarter will come to an end. Pass is overthrown, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. St. Mary's 42, Celina nothing. It's time now for our Big Ralph Rider replay, brought to you by Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, home of the signature Big Ralph sub, pizza and calzone. Give them a call, 419-394-2244.
And now here's Ralph Guarneri with all the action.
We're going to try a field goal. What? We're going to try a field goal. Nick Pfeffenberger is on. This will be 40 yards. He can't get it there. Nick Pfeffenberger is going to try a 40-yard field goal. Tom Burke will hold. They line it up. Snap. Kick. Oh, my. It's good. It's long enough. It is good. It is good. Unbelievable. It is good. The St. Mary's Roughriders have won. My Riders have won it. The Riders have won it. 16 to 14 on a 40-yard field goal. Right down the pipe by Nick Pfefferberger. They're mobbing the field. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
I'll tell you what a classic ending to a classic football game that particular evening.
Gives me goosebumps, Joe. 2003.
Oh, Cooper Jones breaks a tackle, and he's going to score. To the 15, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown, Celina. But anyhow, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember St. Mary's. I knew exactly where they were placing the football, and I happened to be writing something down on my stat sheet, and Ralph goes, "They're going to try a field goal." And I looked up and I said, "What?" I thought he can't make that from here. And lo and behold, with time running off the clock, it went smack down the middle. What a classic ending.
I was on the sidelines for that kick. I played special teams that year. That was my junior year. As that kick is
hit the upright.
So Celina won't get their point after touchdown. But Joe, I was on the sidelines watching that. I tell you what, that season in a lot of practices, Coach Fry would challenge Nick Pfefferberger to a kick at the end of the game and at the end of practice, and that would decide how many gassers we had to run. So how much conditioning we had was based on Nick, and that was his way of giving Nick some pressure, putting some pressure behind that kick, making it worth something there in practice. And Nick he made a couple 45-yarders, I think, in practice.
Really?
So we knew it was possible,
right?
But you never think that you're going to see it in a game.
It's a little different game situation.
That's right. You don't have those in practice. Even weren't you didn't have a defensive anybody pressuring him.
Wow,
just unbelievable though for that whole season. The week before, I think, was the Shawnee game where the ball was blocked at the end of the game. The punt was blocked and recovered in the recovered for a touchdown in the end zone. Yeah, so just an amazing cardiac type of season.
Oh, absolutely. I'll tell you what a season it was. Well, the point after touchdown attempt was no good. It hit the upright. So the Celina Bulldogs, after the long Cooper Jones run, put 6 points on the board, but they still trail 42-6. This kickoff return is brought to you by Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend. Insure your life. Laura Yelton State Farm Insurance. Ty Howe, I believe, on this return.
That was a great
Tanner Howe.
That was a great run by Cooper Jones, 45 yards. We see there a little bit of the dangerousness of his speed and agility that St. Mary's' defense has really kept bottled up tonight.
Of course, the clock will continue to run on dead balls and incomplete passes and things of that nature because of the mercy rule in effect here at Grand Lake Health System Field.
Hinkle rumbling, bumbling, stumbling all night tonight.
Well, he's going to get a gain of about 9 on this play. So it'll be second down and short for the Roughriders.
Joe, we got Donnie and Penny Carroll watching from Villanova. And we got some, fans across the lake that might be tuning in. Tara Stogler watching her brother in Fort Mill, South Carolina. Thank you wherever you may be watching Rider Nation Station tonight.
First down, Roughriders. Again, Hunter Fraley with the carry this time. And I'll tell you what, Zach, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the type of Rough Rider football that I was expecting to see all season long.
Yeah,
I knew they had the talent to do it, but of course with all the COVID implications and not getting in the weight room, no 7-on-7 this summer, timing was off, strength conditioning was an issue, but right now the Rough Riders are peaking probably right now at the right time. And here comes Fraley to the 15 to the 10 where he's run out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Takes out a cameraman, but cameraman gets up. That's not one of our cameramen. I think that's the local news. Good to see good agility there by the cameraman.
Got to hit and roll, though. So a nice run by Fraley. The Rough Riders knocking on the door again at the 9:30 mark. Clock continues to run. We're starting to see some young kids starting to filter into the ball game. I just saw number 17, Adam Turner, come out of the ball game.
See 19 in there, Cadence Ellis. And I see Ty Keel playing a little offensive split end.
He's been in and out throughout the ball game.
32, Jace Schaefer coming into the game.
Checking in for the Rough Riders now, number 33, Tristan Gardner.
So we're starting to see some of the sophomores.
Get some under the light Friday night action. Turn.
Oh.
Almost put it in the end zone was number 32, Jace Schaefer. So they're going to mark him down at about the 1 yard line, or the half yard line, if you will.
Good hard run by Jace Schaefer. Just got a little caught up there and running a little headstrong, but you like to see that out of your underclassmen when they get in the game.
Also checking into the ball game is Keegan Sharp, number 4.
What I like about the way that they do this, Joe, is they keep the first team line and quarterback in there, and they slowly rotate people in.
I believe that was Caden Sharp. Touchdown, Rough Riders. Number 22.
Actually,
29. I'm sorry. Hunter Fraley on the carry. So Hunter Fraley scores, gives the Rough Riders their 48th point on the night. And here to attempt the point after touchdown. Number 85, it's not really sure.
Not sure.
Spencer Troglin.
Here
So
we go.
Spencer Trogling's point after was good. So with 7:53 remaining in the football contest, it's the Rough Riders 49, Celina 6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telsirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telsirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
7:53 remaining in the football game, 49-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. Good camera shot right there as the Rough Riders get ready to kick off. And this kickoff brought to you by Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Lori Yelton State Farm Insurance.
Nice deep kick there from Spencer Troglin, and it's nice to see a good group of maybe the second team kickoff getting down there and making a tackle. Although that was, I think, number 2, Dylan Kisuki, so maybe they're a little mixed in.
A lot of new numbers starting to filter in. We'll bring them to you the best that we can.
19's in the ball game on defense now. Cadence Ellis.
We got a timeout on the field called by the St. Mary's Rough Riders with 7:28 remaining. The Riders lead 49-6 on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
St. Mary's American Legion Post 323. Veterans serving veterans, as well as veterans serving the St. Mary's community. You're always welcome to stop at the Post, especially on Football Friday nights to watch the live stream of Rough Rider football. Post 323, a true friend of veterans, St. Mary's, and Rider Nation Station.
American Manufacturing Solutions is proud to invest in St. Mary's and proud to sponsor Rough Rider football. Think AMS, think logistics, done right. AMS is your complete supply chain solutions provider. Have electrical service needs? AMS can take care of that too. Call us at 419-300-1007 or visit us at AmericanMFGSolutions.com.
Got a new quarterback for the Celina Bulldogs as well as they start filtering in. That's Nick Adams, a 5'9", 135-pound sophomore. And 38 was the ball carrier for Celina. That was Gavin Brown. So Nick Adams has taken over in place of Cooper Jones. His night is done after the long run. Put Celina on the board.
For St. Mary's, I'm seeing number 33, Tristan Gardner in the game. Looks like
Braden Sullivan in on the tackle for the Roughriders. Clock continues to run, and we're at the 6:30 mark here in the ball game.
22, Caden Sharp in the game. Great angle here from our camera crew. I want to thank all of our crew tonight. Doug Spencer, Rich Spencer, Dave Walbacher, Mark Huber.
Nope, he's down there.
Oh, he's I don't want to give him too much. Scott Anderson on camera.
Eric Anderson as well.
Eric Anderson, yep, Anderson twins.
Minime's in the truck, I believe. Angelina on camera. So that's the Rider Nation station crew that we've put together to bring you tonight's football contest.
Been getting some really great shots tonight, Joe. Going to make a lot of Shaft Auto Sales video highlights.
There's the punt, nice high punt. And they're going to let it bounce, get out of the way. And it's going to roll dead at the St. Mary's 29-yard line. So we're going to see a new Rough Rider quarterback. And that quarterback will be Jaden Lotz, I believe, number 15. So it'll be Jaden Lotz, 6 foot, 160-pound sophomore.
It's exciting to get to see some of these younger guys, Joe. We normally, on a 10-game season, you're going to see this 2 or 3 games usually. Hopefully more, but this is really the first time that we've been able to see some of these underclassmen come in, get some Friday night light experience here at Grand Lake Health System Field.
Well, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors once again. TSC Telephone Service Company, American Manufacturing Solution for their sponsoring the scoreboard, Hewer Renovation, Dave Weilbacher, Attorney at Law, Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub, Lori Yelton, State Farm Insurance. Also the folks at All Glaze Rental, Equipment Rental, St. Mary's Foundry, Vogel's Bake Shop, Albert Sporting Goods, Varsity Lanes, Unique Awards and Signs, the Rider Rooters, Denny Louth and Kelsey Berg Prudential Financial Services, B-Dubs, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, the Minster Bank, Fowler's TV, Miller Detailing in Wapak and Celina only, Miller Funeral Home, CNC Loft and Lounge, so stop in, see Charlie for the infamous Charlie Burger and a drink. Also the VFW Post 9289 and the American Legion Post 323, and of course, Grand Lake Health System Field.
Well, that was number 31 getting that carry, Joe. See if this name sounds familiar. Logan Compton. That's a freshman, Joe. That's a 5'11", 210-pound freshman.
210 pounds, a freshman.
When your last name's Compton, you got some high expectations around here.
Good point. He's got just about a step or two from busting that one taking that one to the house for sure.
Yeah, it was Lots with a good handoff there to 33, Tristan Gardner. Nice to see this offensive line in here as well.
Here comes Cody Wallace in at quarterback. He's a 6'2", 185-pound freshman. It'll be a Rough Rider first down. Nice run there by number 31. That's Logan Compton. I'll tell you what, that cracks me up. Freshman, 6'2", 185 pounds. I graduated at 185 pounds as a senior. Times have changed.
The boys have grown over the years, Joe.
Yes, they have.
I graduated at 190. And
ball's on the ground. And this is going to, I don't know if St. Mary's recovered this one or not.
It's like they did. Number 4.
That's Keegan Sharp. Fell on the loose ball. Good heads-up play by Sharp. Sharp's a sophomore, 5'9", 170-pounder.
A little bit of a mix-up there between Cody Wallace. Just saw number 44, Ryan Meyer, coming out of the game.
Jaden Lotz back in at quarterback for the Rough Riders. Split backfield behind Lotz. Turn. Nice run by Logan Compton.
Well, now we're at the point in the game where it's kind of like a hockey line, Joe. 5 or 6 of them run in, 5 or 6 of them run out every play. It's like number 61 in at center. That's Caden Brackman.
Compton on the carry again. And I'll tell you what, with them running in, like you said, 3 at a time, 4 at a time, it takes some good concentration on the player's part to stay mentally in this game because it's so easily to run in and it's not your time to go in. So
often in at the offensive line, the last play was Braden Saylor. Good to see him in the game.
22 checks into the Rough Rider lineup.
This is a 4th and 3,
Caden
Joe.
Sharp.
We'll see if they can get a first down here.
It's like 4th and 7. He gets to the corner. He has a shot at a first down, and he does. Keegan Sharp picks up the first down for the Rough Riders.
Man, you love to see that, Joe. You love to see these guys come in here and look at the energy and the effort and the enthusiasm. Coach Wright's going to love watching this on film.
Yep.
Excellent run by Keegan Sharp, too. Just weaving in and out and getting the corner.
And, of course, join head coach Doug Fry and myself on Thursday evenings as we bring you the Doug Fry Show on Rider Nation Station. I'll have an opportunity to chat with the head coach of the St. Mary's Rough Riders, Doug Fry, and we'll talk a little bit about tonight's ball game and some of the positives, mostly positives out of tonight's game, for sure.
Number 60 in the game, Parker Miley. 63, Deshaun Vernon. 67, Alex Yale.
It's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play, and we've got time for one more play.
I like these. I like this time of the game too, when everybody rushes in and they try to get this last play off, even though that clock's
down to 19 seconds. This will be the last play of the ball game. The Rough Riders obviously going to win this ball game and run their record to 4-2 on the season. Celina will drop to 3-3. Up the middle it goes, and that's going to do it here from Grand Lake Health Systems Field with the score on the American Manufacturing Solutions scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 49, the Celina Bulldogs 6. We'll be back to take a look at the numbers in the ball game right after this.
For all your insurance needs, see homegrown, hometown agent Lori Yelton and her team, Doug, Susan, and Becky, at 215 East Spring Street in downtown St. Mary's, Ohio. Be a legend. Insure your life.
If you're looking to renovate your home, former Rough Rider football standout Craig Hewer is your go-to man. Hewer Renovating is an all-phase residential specialist with over 40 years experience and an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. Improve your investment by giving Hewer Renovating a call at 419-394-8643.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Guarneri's Pizzeria and Pub has partnered with Rider Nation Station this season so that every Friday night, Guarneri's can be Rough Rider Football Central. Guarneri's will be streaming Rough Rider football live every Friday night at 7, paired with your favorite Rider aid. Make sure to call and make your reservations now to ensure yourself a good seat. Call Guarneri's at 419-394-2244 and make your reservation today. And go Riders! Rough Riders win it going away 49-6 here in the season finale at Grand Lake Health System Field. The Rough Riders run their record to 4-2 on the season. Celina drops to 3-3. Right around the corner, the Greenville Green Wave in the first round of the playoffs. We'll be here to bring it all to you next Friday night with the kickoff around 7 o'clock from Grand Lake Health System Field. Last we heard, the Greenville Green Wave was getting beat by West Carrollton 14-7. But nonetheless, the postseason is next week. But here, the Riders finish on a high note, and Coach Doug Fry has to be pleased with the way his Rough Rider Ball Club played tonight.
Yeah, we talked. You talked earlier in this week in the Doug Fry show about the number one thing that he wanted to see was them finishing drives. All year the story's been they've been one step away from finishing a drive, or the ball just bouncing wrong, or getting a call here or there, and some really close games. Double overtimes and one touchdown games. So it's great to see a really complete game tonight, all around. Looking at the stats a little more too, really showing exactly what we're talking about. First downs for St. Mary's 24 to Celina's 8. Total yards, St. Mary's 448 total yards, Celina 129. Passing for St. Mary's, just in typical St. Mary's fashion, 1 for 2 for 8 yards. So that means, if you can do the math there, 440 yards of rushing, Joe. 63 rushing attempts for Celina, 18 rushes for 53 yards. St. Mary's actually had 3 fumbles. Of course, 2 of those were there at the end of the game with some of the second stringers, but that's okay. Still counts on the stat line. St. Mary's finished with 5 penalties for 50 yards, so they cleaned that up in the second half. St. Mary's was 11 for 13 on third down conversions. Had that fourth down conversion there with the nice run by Keegan Sharp. And then just 1 punt for St. Mary's. Celina had 6 punts for 196 yards. And time of possession ended up being a little bit closer. St. Mary's 23 minutes, Celina 19 minutes. But really St. Mary's didn't have to possess the ball very long in the second half, because that one drive, the first drive was 3 plays long with a nice long run by Aiden Hinkle. Looking at some of the individual stats, Gavin Reinecke didn't need to use his arm tonight. 1 completion, 2 attempts, and pretty big 4-yard run for a touchdown from Gavin Reinecke early on in the game. Liked what I saw out of Gavin Reinecke too. Just good leadership tonight, blocking down the field, and sometimes you have one of these nights as St. Mary's quarterback where your number's not called much because the running backs are getting it done so well. Aiden Hinkle, 27 rushes for 223 yards. His longest was that 29-yard touchdown. Finished the night with 4 touchdowns and an average of 8.3 yards a rush.
Wow.
Not to be outdone, Ethan Wedding finished with 9.7 yards per rush on 9 rushes with 87 yards. His longest was that 34-yard run, and he finished with that 1 touchdown. That was the touchdown run on that 34 yards. Dylan Troglin, 6 rushes for 32 yards. His longest was 16 yards. Provided a nice little speed mix-up outside to Aiden Hinkle's bruising inside running. Dylan finished with 5.3 yards per carry. For Celina, Cooper Jones had 11 completions on 24 attempts for 76 yards and 1 interception. Cooper Jones had 7 rushes for 25 yards, his longest being a 45-yard run. That sounds a little weird. That's because as a quarterback, when you get sacked, all of those yards come off of that. So finished only with 25 yards, even though he had that long 45-yard run for a touchdown. But I guess that goes to speak a little bit about how many times he was sacked tonight by the St. Mary's defense and how many yards came back on that. For the Celina Bulldogs, Jackson Silliman really bottled up tonight, Joe. 5 rushes for 9 yards.
Yeah, Roughriders did a good job on
and
him.
that was
Absolutely.
and you said he was like the third highest rusher in the WBL. Absolutely great job by the Rough Rider defense, which we've seen them do all year. It's really stopping rushing against them. Jaden King came in there at the end of the game, had nice little energy to his runs. 4 rushes for 15 yards. Receiving for Celina, Quinn Andrew, 5 catches on 8 times being thrown to for 39 yards. As long as it was a 14-yarder. Brandon Stogler, 3 receptions, thrown to 4 times, and Connor Allstott, 2 catches, thrown to 6 times. Those are, of course, just the leaders for each of those areas. We don't let you know about all of them. You can check that, of course, at any time from the WBL stats and through Andy Rammel in the school. But I want to thank Andy Rammel and Carol Brown for getting these stats to us every week. It's so nice the setup we have here where we have a video screen where they allow us to look at that right next to it, and really makes it easy for us during the game. It gives us a lot of insight too, and hopefully everybody at home is able to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Well, Doug Fry has to be pleased with his Rough Riders. The only thing he asked them to do was to put 4 quarters of football together, and they responded with a 49-6 win over the Celina Senior Bulldogs. Once again, we want to remind everybody the postseason starts, the second season, if you will. The St. Mary's Rough Riders will be here at Grand Lake Health System Field next Friday night as they will host the Greenville Green Wave. And if they win that ball game, they will host the winner of the Franklin Monroe Vandalia Butler contest here at Grand Lake Health System. So if everything stays as anticipated, the Rough Riders could possibly play 2 more games here at Grand Lake Health System Field. So once again, for Zach Farrell, our entire Rider Nation Station crew, I'm Joe Hurlbert. Thanks for joining us here on Rider Nation Station. Once again, our final score from Grand Lake Health System Field, it's the St. Mary's Rough Riders 49, the Celina Senior Bulldogs 6. Until next week, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.